The Montana Premium Processing Co-op is just one of a few locally financed meat processors in the state of Montana. On November 17th, they held their annual membership meeting to discuss ways to add further value to their facility.
We do not have the processing capacity here in Montana to feed ourselves. And that's why I joined with some other ranchers to start Montana Premium Processing Co-op.
That's Walter Schweitzer, president of the Montana Farmers Union. The deficit he's referring to centers around beef consumption. Currently, the state has the capacity to produce roughly 40,000 head of cattle a year, but eats around 100,000 head. But small, decentralized processing plants help increase accessibility and profitability to communities like Havre.
How many times I've heard, oh, it's so nice not to drive 3 hours to get an animal processed.
If we are building small cooperatives that are not in direct competition with the large consolidated meatpacking operations, it's harder for them to muscle out and manipulate market and prevent those from being successful.
Those that make up the Montana Premium Processing Co-op membership in Havre obviously prefer the transparency with which the plant operates.
If it's not a co-op, you go someplace else and you don't know who's running it, who's making the money. We know this way. At the end, as a co-op, later on, we start making money, we can pay dividends, and we get money back.
Aaron Bohm is a farmer and rancher from Rudyard. He says his product benefits in several ways by virtue of being processed locally.
The packaging is so much more clear, precise. My customers, they call, they get it, and they get exactly what they want.
By opening more small meat processors across the state, schools, neighbors, and others that make up small communities prosper off the meat rather than big box distributions undercutting profits.
Local community members and regional communities get to keep that value, which if you were to go to the Walmart and buy a steak, that value is distributed across a much wider swath.
And not to mention the jobs that come along with it.
I said, you guys, there's 6 jobs, new jobs in Havre that weren't here a year ago, and we're it.
From Havre, Owen Skornickays, MTN News.